Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, and I was up till 1:30 this morning. Yes, and I had to stay sober when I was fixing Johnny there. Like the beer truck broke. Yeah, and we couldn't take that def tank off to weld it properly because anytime you touch a connection or anything like that, the sensors go off or whatever. They get all confused. So you have to do it right there. So we got Johnny all fixed up. But the main thing is he got the beer to WHO-ville. Yes. Okay, as you can see, I'm hiding from the frickin' wind. Even at 1:30 last night, it was windy. It's like living in Wyoming or Saskatchewan for the Canadian folks, okay? All right. This morning at 7 o'clock, plus 11. Yes, plus 11 Celsius, but feels like plus 8. Yes, it's chilly. And I didn't wear my ski pants, so I'm not going to Aspen today. So I'm chilly. I can feel it on my knees already because at my age. Oh, I'll move over a bit more. Try and get out of the wind here. All right. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, 52 Fahrenheit. Oh, a breeze. But feels like 46. All right, we got the 46 Chevy over there somewhere. And a 52 cat. IH cat. All right. Okay. Also, too, Facebook was late notifying me or letting me know with all the delayed posts by people around the world that in June 14th, 1777, that's when they declared it Flag Day in the United States of America. Oh, I'm going to have to move some more here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. All right, so I'm hugging the tank here. Look at that, I'm right there. Ooh. All right, look at the USA flag up there. He has wrapped himself up tight so he's not self-destructing. But in 1777, that's when the flag was officially nominated, or resolution, or revolution, or no, resolution. Yes, they passed it that will be the flag for the that'll be the flag for the United States of America. Yes, it's the oldest flag we got here. Because the Canadian flag with the maple leaf, known as the flag of exercise, that didn't come till the 60s. And the Alaskan flag, I think it's fairly new. I'm not sure. Well, I'll have to Google it. But my brain hurts today. Also, too, oh, where am I? All right. We found this the other day. Look at that. Can we see it? Aftershave. Palmolive aftershave. So we did a quick Google search. We can't find one with the slopey neck thingy here, my bob. Okay? And it even manufactured with the small little hole here, because nowadays it's a little plastic plug, right? So that took talent on the fella making the glass, eh? All right. So when I grew up, this was known as hooer. Yes, hooer. You put that on, you go to the bar, and the ladies just gather around and flock with you. Well, guess what? In the new world we live in, you put money in your pocket. Yes, or flash out the gold top Visa when you go to pay for the round of drinks at the bar. That's how you impress the ladies. No more of this hooer. Yes, oh, the good old days. Oh, and the staff keeps this stuff at her house in case I get drunk and knock the shelf down, okay? Also, too, if the wind dies down, we're going to go out with the 39 Chevy and the hoverboard. Look at that. Just like a kid. Leave the hoverboard in the middle of the yard. You can trip and fall in the middle of the night running through the yard. Oh, wait. That's for the thieves of Whoville. As the dogs chase them, they'll trip on the hoverboard and fall down. Yes, we had a successful test drive around the yard. It's going to work. Hopefully the wind dies down so we can go to the wilderness, Alaska, and clean up some debris. Yes. Oh, my head hurts today. All right, but the main thing is we stayed up late. We stayed up sober to get Johnny up and going. Because what was he going to do? Stay in town here with a broken truck? Or get his wife to come and pick him up? Because he lives over there in Grief Rapids. Yes, a dying mining town known as Grief Rapids. Because it's all doom and gloom and boo-hooing. Oh, well, just like Whoville. Okay, let's get to work. We're going to go pick some glass this morning. And then get ready to do something today because this wind, it's getting boring. It's affecting our filming, us having fun on frickin' real. I don't know how people live down in Wyoming or in Canada, Saskatchewan, because the wind never stops. All right, the boss is coming. Okay, the staff's here. She's hooked up to the fancy trailer. All right, we got everything hooked up on the 39 Chevy with the mini hoe. We just have to raise it up. The flags are flying good, and it's going to try and start to rain. I'll take rain over the wind any day. I don't know how those people can live in Wyoming. Oh, wait, I'm going to retire there. Well, I guess we're officially stuck. So it's a good thing we got the mini hoe along. We can just unhook and go get ourselves unstuck. All right, the staff will film this. Okay, we're finding out the bush here is a little soft, so we chose the right equipment for the job. That's the muskeg over here that we cross. And then as we come down here, we always had a problem with the debris pile. So last winter I got mad and shoved it back there, knowing I'd be in here to clean it up. So I'm not like my dad. I finish a project that I start. How my dad had 2 kids, we can never figure out. So we're going to pop the axle off the mini hoe here, or the hoverboard, and then we can dress up this situation. We're not sure how railroad garbage or whatever got dumped down here because we're a fair ways from the thing. So maybe the staff was told, or the boys were told to take it to the garbage dump. The garbage dump was closed, so they dumped it in the bush or the wilderness, Alaska, like they do nowadays. Because the dump here in WHO-ville is only open 1 hour a week, and you have to pay to dump anything. All right, let's get to work. Okay, we got this area smoothed out. We dragged the wood and put it in a low spot here. The moisture in the low spot will help it decompose. We leave vegetation on the ground, not like the drillers around here that push open roads to drill sites. They take all the moss and everything off. I'm not an operator. I ride the mini hoe, so it's not smooth, it's not perfect, but a good rains and the moose and the wildlife will trample it down. So we were here maybe 30 minutes. We're not sure. We're pushing it because of the rain. And we got a nice load here. Now we go on to the second site and we got to fill it up. Also too, this debris pile right here, okay, we pulled it back. Somebody's put a lot of cement and everything in it. We put it in a pile there and we have access to it at a later date, because you never know, 10 years from now, we might scoop it with the loader and haul it away properly. It all depends on the funding and what we're doing for a living. Because I've been cleaning up the north here for over 27 years, and we've gone back 10, 15 years later and picked up stuff that we did in the past, okay? So this is the way we clean it up. It's quick, it's done, it's easy. And so we thank a YouTube subscriber for sending us $40 US, which bought a lot of diesel fuel in Canadian money today to fund this venture. All right, let's go on to the next pile. Okay, the iPod died in my pocket. I guess it turned on and recorded what's in my pocket. It's a good thing I'm wearing underwear and don't have holes in my pocket. So we're at the second location. We call it the West Turnout. We seem to have opened Pandora's box, or like when I drunk dialed the ex-wife to talk about our divorce and getting a fair settlement. It's turned into a little bit more than we planned, but we're okay. Also too, over here, we got new tires for the Buick. There's still tread left on the one, and the other one might be good enough for a spare. And now the staff is in here, right across from the West Turnout. All right, I'll try and walk. This me phone is a lot heavier than an iPod. Okay, she's back in here, throwing stuff out. and she found a whole bucket of track bolts. Yes, look at those track bolts. They fit the cats. That's our lucky day. Can you imagine buying those on eBay? That would be pretty pricey. Well, I better get back to work and help her. Okay, this turned out to be a little bit more than we anticipated, but if I'd known there was a good salvage in here, we would have cleaned this up a long time ago. Because look what we got in the bucket. We're going to toss in the 39 Chevy. Hitches, broken hitches for the sleighs. And we can use that. And the staff got those track bolts right here. Look at that. Bonus round. Plus the head gaskets for the cats. We can reuse them with some aviation gasket goo.
Okay, I'm on the me phone without the Lily Tomlin mic. So we dug out Herbie the love bug out of the bank, and then we filled the bank in a bit so Mr. Moose walking along doesn't trip and hurt himself and twist his ankle. Then it'd be unfair advantage for the hunters. All right. Okay, we got Herbie the love bug straight behind the gin poles. Okay, so we can drive out and not get caught on the trees. The staff will drive the mini hoe out with this hoverboard strapped to the blade. All right, let's get going. It's almost quitting time.
Okay, the staff is leaving now. It was a successful day. Took the right trailer for the job. And the Mini worked good. And being on the back of the 39, we're able to self-steer to get around the rocks or the trees. But it works better without the gin poles. But we need the gin poles to bring Herbie the love bug back to the kingdom. So there's probably an old timer from WHO-ville here that bought the car, drove it, sold it to a friend of a friend. So it's pretty likely somebody knows whose car that was in the dirt bank. All right, look at the flags go. It was nice in the bush. There was no wind. We could get some good recordings. The bugs weren't too bad. And then we came out and the wind was unreal. Now we know how Dorothy and Toto felt when they returned to Kansas. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.